It's me, GV, and welcome to my breakdown of the Bethesda E3. Ladies and gentlemen, with special guests, Greyjoy, who's gonna be prowling around here because he's always gotta run into the tripod while I'm making a video. And Yen, who's over there, but she'll probably be here at some point. Yeah, I already made a video. You might be saying, what is this video? You already uploaded like an hour-long video. That was just the raw footage taken from, see, right now he's chewing on the bottom of my tripod. That was directly ripped from my stream. I want to give more of a condensed and more contrite? Is that the right? Concise version of my opinions on Bethesda's E3, so that's what this is gonna be. I just want to start this off by saying I'm not a news channel and I will never be a news channel on YouTube. I've got a lot of colleagues in the same Bethesda niche and I think they do an excellent job, and I've been on YouTube long enough to know that that's not what I want to do. So I think whenever big news happens like this, I'm just gonna give my opinions on it. After all, I'm a Let's Play channel, and hopefully a lot of you guys are watching the Let's Plays because you like my personality somewhat. Cats are going ballistic. And I think it's better just for my type of channel to just give my overall opinions as opposed to trailer breakdowns and everything like that. Like I said, you know, my fellow YouTubers already do an excellent job at that. So with that said, let's get right into it. I've got all my notes here that I took live during the BE3 conference, and we'll just go in the order that they started with. And the first thing is Rage 2. So they started Rage 2 with an Andrew WK, who I'm not familiar with at all. I've heard of him, but I'm not familiar with his work whatsoever. They started with a performance, and man, was it cringy. I tweeted like, why do E3 conferences always feel the need to do this type of stuff? I don't know. It like never goes over well. They kept, you know, panning to the audience, and literally like nobody was reacting as there's like this fast rock song and everybody's supposed to be pumped and he's trying to get everybody pumped, and it literally just cuts to the audience over and over again, and everyone's just like it goes over that way every single time an E3 conference tries to do this. I don't know why they keep trying to do it, and it's just like a waste of time and a waste of money and a waste of resources. Just get to the game. You know, if you want to do a big show about the game, that's fine. If there's I don't know, something that you can do, like show off a mechanic or something in some weird way, I don't know, just make it related to the game. You know, nobody's gonna really react to I know the song is related to the game, I understand that, but you guys saw how it went over well. I mean, honestly, they should just cut into the games at E3 without doing this sort of stuff. But yeah, that's how they opened. So my notes are that, you know, it's got a similar premise to Rage 1. I only streamed Rage 1 one time, but it seemed to be sort of the same ideology. You're like one of the last good guys or whatever, and you're tasked with saving the wasteland. There's a heavy focus on vehicles and vehicle combat, which I think everybody expected based on the last game, and yeah, this one seemed to really put an emphasis on it. And there's some sort of rage mode that activates the 80s colors, and I'm assuming you get either increased damage resistance or increased damage. I'm not really sure, but there's some sort of mode that activates. And basically my final thoughts on Rage 2 is just that it looks really good, it looks really solid, but I don't think that's enough to really make it stand out in any way, shape, or form. In fact, I feel a little bad for the developers because I feel like this game is gonna get overshadowed by literally everything. These cats are just all up in my business. Yeah, I think in this day and age, you really have to make something special, and Rage 2 just kind of seems like Rage 2, you know what I mean? A sequel to Rage, which was a pretty under-the-radar, good, solid game, but, you know, no one really talks about it ever, and I kind of feel like that's going to be the same for Rage 2. We'll see. We'll see, of course. I don't know. And if I said Rage 2 before, I meant Rage 1. We'll see. I hope it does well. You know, I'll probably play it if there's nothing coming out around that time, but it just looks like a sequel to Rage. After that, a guy came up and started talking about the Elder Scrolls Legends, which I actually think is a pretty good game. The problem is that I have been playing Hearthstone for forever, so I'm not about to like abandon my huge collection on Hearthstone and switch over to a different online card game, although I do like Legends, honestly. And he basically just said that they're going to be relaunching it for consoles, and it's going to have overhauled visuals, and that's about it. There was a very lackluster reaction to that because I don't think too many people care about Elder Scrolls Legends. I could be wrong, but you know, it's going to be on the Nintendo Switch, which I do do have, which will be cool. I'm actually going to get it on the Nintendo Switch, and if, you know, I ever go on a flight or a trip or anything like that, then boom, I can play The Elder Scrolls Legends. So I do like that news, although the audience really didn't react much to it. After that, the lead guy came on. Sorry if I don't know these people's names. I know that I should, but, you know, I only know the top of the top, Pete Hines and Todd Howard and those types of people. But the main guy for The Elder Scrolls Online came on, and he talked about 2 DLCs that are upcoming and how great the ESO is and how amazing it is and things like that, which to be honest I think is a little bit of fluff. You know, like, people are looking for new information, not just that, oh my god, it's the best game ever, it's so good. It almost feels like, well, if it's that good, why do you have to talk about it? I know all of the companies do that, I know. But they did that for Elder Scrolls Legends, and they did that for ESO, and it almost comes off like just, it's good, trust us, it's good. And I know a lot of people play ESO. He said like 11 million, but how much of that is, like, you know, dead accounts and people that have only played one day, you know what I mean? I'm not trying to be pessimistic, I'm just saying. Anyways, he said that, yeah, there's 2 DLCs coming out for it. The Wolf Hunter Dungeon DLC, which is going to be like based around werewolves, and then the story DLC, Murkmire, which is going to be Black Marsh. So that's cool. I've played a little bit of ESO, and you know, there's some videos on the channel. I actually think it's really good too. A lot of these games I think are actually really good. I just think that, you know, they get overshadowed by what people really want from Bethesda, which is of course Elder Scrolls and Fallout and the new thing that we'll be talking about. So yeah, from what I played of ESO, it's actually very, very good. And I'm not going to play this, most likely, although they probably will send me codes for it, and maybe I'll check it out on stream or on the channel. But 2 new DLCs coming out for ESO. After that, Doom Eternal was announced, which sounds like it's going to be Doom 2, which is what I was hoping for. I always get kind of when they have a different title like Doom Eternal as opposed to Doom 2, but it does sound like it's going to be a sequel. And basically all they were talking about was that it's just going to be bigger. He said that there's going to be twice as many demons, and I think the Doom guy is going to be twice as powerful, whatever that means. And they said that more info would be said at QuakeCon in August. So if you guys are Doom fans, that's what you're going to look for. I actually am a huge fan of Doom 2016. I 100%ed the game, and I did a Let's Play on this channel in addition to a playthrough outside. Oh no, actually I think I did the Let's Play and then I 100%ed it afterwards. That was a great game, like a solid 9. I think everybody should play it. The problem is that its strength was the single player, and after people played it, I kind of just felt like it just disappeared, which unfortunately has nothing to do with the game, it's just the nature of the game. A really strong, kind of quick in comparison to other single player games, and then that's it, you know. There was multiplayer, there was like a create mode and stuff, but yeah, I think it just kind of, you know, got overshadowed by everything else just because of the nature of where its strengths lied. But I really enjoyed it. I thought it was a really, really good game, and I will definitely play Doom Eternal when it releases, and I'll try to catch QuakeCon. You know, I feel like they should have just talked more about it here because this is obviously going to be the bigger show, but I'm excited. And then Quake Champions guy came out, and again, I know it might sound negative, but I'm just giving my honest opinions. I mean, I could give you guys the bullshit YouTuber thing where it's like, you know, it'll be great, Quake Champions will be great, and yeah, I'm looking forward to that, and they just move on. No, come on guys, you know me. I have a hard time not giving my actual opinions. Anyways, the guy for Quake Champions came out, and man, that was the most cricket inducing reaction from the audience yet. In fact, like, there was a point where he was like, come on guys, you hype? Just a little hype or a lot hype or something like that, and I was just like, ugh. Because I remember when they launched the whole, you know, the esports Quake Champions thing at either the last or the one before BE3 conference, and yeah, same kind of reaction. You know, the honest truth of the matter is, like, no one cares about this. I'm sure there's going to be some Quake fans that are angry in the comment section, and I understand, but you cannot disagree with how the audience reacted to whatever that was. I don't even know what that was. It was about Quake Champions, and I'm trying not to write it off. I'm just saying that, you know, unfortunately, all of these little things get overshadowed by the big stuff from Bethesda. It's just the case. No one's really there to see this stuff, and it's, you know, it's sad, but it's true. So the audience reaction was very lackluster. My reaction was, but not because it was bad or anything, just because, you know, I don't really know too much about Quake, and I don't really get involved with anything about Quake, so yeah. Then after that, Prey came on, and we're starting to get into the good stuff here. I wanted to go in order, so if you are, God, one of my cats does not know how to cover their shit, and I'm pretty sure it's Greyjoy, and every single time they take a dump, it like fills the whole apartment. It's disgusting. Anyways, oh God, I literally have to hold my nose. Prey was getting announced, and that's when I noticed my internet, because my internet was off the whole day, and I was like, man, I had the stream planned, and now I'm not going to be able to. So once Prey was getting announced, that's when I noticed, oh crap, is my internet on? And I had to scramble to get things ready. So right about at the time that they were finished talking about it is when I started live streaming, and the video that, if you've seen it, that's where that video starts, from the stream. So I don't really know too much about this. Basically, I think they did like a actual DLC, right? Moon something. Yeah, this is the one thing I don't know much about, and I should have researched, but I totally forgot that this was the one thing that I didn't know anything about. So I would have researched before I started this video had I remembered. Anyways, yeah, from what I understand, I think they made a DLC, a single-player DLC, but they also are launching, I think later they said, some sort of like prop hunt multiplayer game where I never played Prey, but I guess there's like aliens that can turn into random objects, and you sort of have to figure out which thing is an alien. It sounds fun, but why? You know, again, I hate to have this sort of air of incredulity for every single thing so far, but why are they doing stuff nobody's really asking for? If it turns out to be a big thing, then I'll eat my shoe. You know, I just really don't think it will, and I feel like, I don't know, so much stuff that just nobody's really into from the beginning part of BE3. Could be wrong. I don't know how big the Prey community is. So we'll see, but apparently I guess a single player DLC and then some sort of prop hunt mode, which will launch later, I guess. Moving right along, we have Wolfenstein 2, so there's going to be a Youngblood co-op DLC. I 100%ed Wolfenstein 1, never played Wolfenstein 2, although I really did like Wolfenstein 1, I thought it was pretty good. So, I might just end up playing this with my girlfriend Mary. We're always looking for stuff to co-op, and things that are designed for co-op usually turn out to be pretty good, like the Portal 2 co-op mode. So hopefully this one's good, and I might actually be checking it out. They're also going to do some sort of cyber pilot. I wrote some word here, and I'm not sure what I wrote. It looks like it says harder, which doesn't make much sense. Cyber Pilot VR game? So they're making some sort of VR Cyber Pilot Wolfenstein game. Again, cool. Who is gonna play this? You know? I don't know. Again, I'll eat my shoe if it turns out to be big. I know I'm probably coming off as negative. I'm not. These are my honest opinions, I swear. So many things, like a Wolfenstein VR game, the co-op DLC, I feel the same, but at the same time I think I might actually get some enjoyment, so I'm gonna let off on that one. QuakeCon, Elder Scrolls Legends, which I feel like they're just trying to push because, you know, it's gonna be hard to topple Hearthstone, man, it really is. Like a Prey multiplayer mode, just so much stuff that just seems kind of out of place to me. I feel like if they just stuck to DLC, you know, a straight up DLC that people can just play for these games if they want to, that would be more played, but I could be wrong. Okay, now we're getting into the good stuff. Here we go. So luckily I was able to stream like right when this stuff was happening, which thank God. We'll get Fallout Shelter out of the way. Basically they're doing a console release, and it was announced that day that it was released. So you can, just like with Elder Scrolls Legends, you can get Fallout Shelter on your Switch if you want to, which is what I take from it. You know, consoles, okay, but the Switch is really where it matters, because then you can, you know, take the Switch anywhere. So Fallout Shelter on the Switch, pretty cool, and it's free, so it's there if you want it. Now we got the 4 big things. The first of which is Fallout 76, of course. I had originally said, based on all the information present once the trailer released, based on leaks and what people were thinking and everything, after doing a bunch of research, I had said this is going to be an online survival game a la Rust and DayZ. And it's going to, and they're going to end it with a single player trailer. And guess what? I was right. Almost, because they actually ended it with 2 single-player trailers, which blew everyone's mind, because no one expected that, given Bethesda's track record. So yeah, that's what it is. That's what it is. It's an online survival RPG. So I got a lot of notes here. It's 4 times the size of Fallout 4, which can be good, can be bad. You know, if it's 4 times the size and it's got as much variety in terms of the landscape, which the trailer makes it seem like, but we'll have to see, then that's going to be good. If it's 4 times the size and a lot of it is just kind of nothing, kind of like Fallout 3, a lot of the land is just nothing, then, you know, that's a lot of fluff. So we'll have to see if that pans out. It's going to be in West Virginia. I think pretty much everyone picked up on that based on the Country Road song. Which I guess was covered by the Ink Spots. Everyone was like, what is this cover? And no one realized it was the Ink Spots, which I don't know if they used 2 different versions, but apparently at least one of the versions they used the Ink Spots, which is obviously a Fallout mainstay. There's going to be 6 regions that the Overseer sends you to. So I was saying it sounds like the Overseer is sort of your mission leader, and maybe you'll have to keep going back to Vault 76 to get missions and then head back out. And hopefully they're not going to be like, you know, like Radiant missions from Skyrim. Hopefully they'll actually have some variety. But 6 different regions. We'll have to see what that means. I'm not sure if that means like literally the region just looks differently for each one, or if it's just sectioned out for different zones. Like it'll load certain people here, load certain people here, deload people here and here. We'll have to see. It's entirely online, although they said you can play solo. So we don't know what that means, you know. Based on everything they've said, it sounds like it's really geared for multiplayer. So it might be one of those types of games where you play solo and it just doesn't feel that great. Which I will not be playing solo. By the way, if you have yet, you know, go to my Twitch channel and follow, because when this game releases, I'm going to be playing with viewers. Hey, stop it! The cats always take, when I'm making videos or streaming, the time to literally bite, chew, and destroy everything in my room. So yeah, go to my Twitch channel and follow if you haven't already, because when this game releases, I will literally, like, it'll turn into a Fallout 76 stream. So, yeah, I'm not sure what playing solo means. I would imagine, though, that, you know, you're going to want to play multiplayer. I bet if you play this game solo, it's going to feel kind of bad. You know, I bet most of the experience comes from playing with people. So he said, like, Todd said that it's like a light, survival game, so there's no permadeath basically, which, you know, it's going to be a AAA main release, so obviously they're not going to make it like, oh my god, you put 100 hours into this character, you died, that's it, restart. And I was thinking, like, if I'm playing with my girlfriend and we're both like high level or something and then I die, it's like, what's she gonna do? Just keep playing by herself? No, like, she'll have to, you know, make a new character too, so that would suck. So we'll see how that pans out as well. He said dozens of people, which makes it sound like 20 to 30 people to me personally, in a game, in an instance. Let's see, there's like DayZ PvP, kind of like it showed like a match against 2 people, not a match, but like some guy found another guy and then he downed him and then he had to like execute him, you know, so it's kind of like PUBG, kind of like DayZ. There's this camp, which is an acronym, C-A-M-P, building mechanic, where it's going to be like the GEC, you know, but yeah, that's the naming convention, camp, but it's like a little thing that lets you build. Most people know at this point in time, I'm not into crafting, I'm not into building, so this will, I'll kind of have to break into this type of gameplay, but that's the whole point, to make like a base. You can make a base where apparently you can move the whole base, which will be weird. I was attuning it to like Patrick from SpongeBob, like pushing the whole town. So yeah, I'm really not a fan of like crafting and building, so I'll have like my viewers try and like hold my hand through that. Not hold my hand, but you know, they'll be the ones that, oh GV, yeah, we can make like a barricade here if you want. I'm like, okay. So that, yeah, there's a big crafting mechanic, which just makes sense if it's going to be survival-esque. The big thing is nuclear sites. So there's like a nuclear component to it where you can nuclear, right? You can, it's weird, the way that they described it is like, if you're playing with like 3 people, right, you can find a code and then your 3 friends can find a code each, and then you combine them, you can enter a nuclear site and then like launch a nuke at a specific zone, which turns it into like a high level enemy but really good crafting component zone. So you have to get in there and get out, grab as much stuff as you can and get out. It's obviously going to be radiation. That's interesting, you know, that's gonna be crazy. It reminds me of like some GTA Online stuff, so that'll be crazy. We'll see how that pans out. And we'll quickly run through the rest of this. There is a beta, which I still have to go sign up for. I think you have to get the collector's edition, which is already sold out. We'll talk about that in a second. But yeah, I think you have to get the collector's edition to get the beta. So not a lot of people are gonna be able to get that, because the collector's edition is 200 smackaroonies. But there is a beta. If you go to Bethesda.net, you can learn more about that. There is a Power Armor Edition, and I called it. I was like, looks like it's 200. Guess what? It's 200. Comes with like a helmet and like a bunch of figurines and a glow-in-the-dark map. I honestly am not a fan of collector's editions whatsoever. I'm gonna try to buy one of these just to do an unboxing, but it's gonna be wasted on me. I'm just gonna tell you guys straight up. I think that most of the time it's cheap plastic kind of crap that they literally just mark to sell to people that really want it. And that's fine. If you got the money, you want it, that's fine. I'm just saying it's not for me. I rarely am interested in anything like that because it's always the same type of crap, you know, steel bookcase, which, okay, and like an art book and like a figurine, stuff that's literally going to be at garage sales 10 years in the future, you know what I mean? So, not the biggest fan. I'm going to try to get my hands on one, but it looks like they're already sold out. Maybe my GameStop will have one. Maybe I'll be able to grab one from Amazon. I don't know, but I'm going to try to get one. And then finally, the release date is November 14th, which I expected as well, not the specific date, but just like with Fallout 4, I expected, them to announce that it's coming out this year, and it is. So November 14th, close to my birthday. Okay, then we have the Elder Scrolls Blades, which nobody was expecting. What the heck? A phone game, a phone Elder Scrolls game that's free, that's cross-platform on everything. It's quite odd. So we'll start with, it has 3 modes. Abyss, which is a roguelike mode. I'm actually a big fan of roguelikes. Love The Binding of Isaac. That's basically where you try to get as far as possible with upgrades, and then if you die, it's permadeath, and it's generally really hard. So that's Abyss mode. And then there's Arena, which is going to be like one-on-one PvP, it sounds like. And then the Town, which is a story mode where you rebuild your Blades town. And the graphics looked insane. And I'm sure he was showing it on literally the highest quality phone that he possibly could, which I don't have. Hopefully I'll be able to just run it because the graphics looked better than Skyrim. It looked almost akin to like Skyrim Special Edition on like an Xbox 360, which is mind-boggling. So it's going to be free. It's going to have a fall release. So much of this stuff is releasing, well, just Fallout 76, I guess. It's going to be releasing around the same time. So I was saying I don't know if like Fallout 76 is going to overshadow this. You can go to playblades.com to get some early access. But yeah, it looks like a fully fleshed out Elder Scrolls online, or online Elder Scrolls mobile game. You can play the story by yourself, or you can try to do some roguelike stuff, or you can verse people. And it showed like you can do it in VR while someone's on their phone, which is insane. I mean, it seems really ambitious and really cool, and I'll definitely play it. I'm naturally averted to mobile games, and I think that honestly this one's probably going to be stripped down compared to other Elder Scrolls and Fallout games, of course, but I'll definitely be checking it out. Of course it's free, so you got nothing to lose. And the last 2 things, ladies and gents, as I said, I predicted that Fallout 76 would be an online survival game a la Rust with a Bethesda flair. Pretty much what it is. And then I predicted, well, if they're going to do a multiplayer game as their main focus, they can't end on that because there's going to be hell to pay. People are going to get angry. So they're going to end it with a teaser for a single player game. And I was right. Now what I was wrong about was that they ended it with 2 teasers. The first one was Starfield. Starfield is confirmed. There's really nothing else to go on that. There was like a little, I don't know, space station or something that got sucked into like a black hole really quickly, and then it just gave the logo, which I actually really do like, by the way. And that was that, which is good because it sounds like that is going to be next in the single player line. And I'm very happy. That's where I want Bethesda to go. I think that's the smart place to go, is to go into a new IP. I'm not even interested in sci-fi or space yet. This is what I want more than anything from Bethesda, and I'm so glad that it was finally confirmed, because you get like little rumors and leaks here and there, and sometimes they just turn out to be completely false. So I'm glad that this has been confirmed. And that looks like that's coming up next for their single player iteration. Probably not going to get it for a long time, since Fallout 76 looks like it took some time to make, although obviously just use Fallout 4 assets, so who knows. And then finally, Elder Scrolls 6 was confirmed as well. Now they just gave us it was more than the Starfield thing, but honestly it felt less. And like even the font of it just seemed like kind of stripped together, which is fine. I just think that they wanted to tell people that it's coming out to just build as much hype as possible. But that font and like even the what you saw, the coastline, might not even be used at all, because it seems so simple, right? But it's been confirmed, and after talking with my chat, most people seem to think that's going to be Iliac Bay, which is right in between High Rock and Hammerfell. And so everyone was like saying it's going to be High Rock. What I think they're going to do, because they showed the bay. Now they showed most likely High Rock. That looked like High Rock, yeah. But they showed the bay as well. What I think they're going to do, High Rock, Hammerfell, and Orsinium all together. And there's a lot of political intrigue there. I'm not the lore guy, so I'm going to butcher what my chat was saying, so I'm not even going to go there. But it seems to me like, yeah, it's going to be there. High Rock, Elder Scrolls 6, High Rock, or Elder Scrolls 6, High Rock, Hammerfell, and Orsinium. You got your Redguards, your Bretons, and your Orcs, and you got the big shit with the Thalmor happening right there. Apparently Hammerfell is the last nation to resist the Thalmor, so you'll have a big rebellion story most likely. Seems likely. Seems likely. I'm excited. I don't think we're anywhere near to getting Elder Scrolls 6 based on what they showed us there. Again, weirdly enough, it seems to me that we're much closer to Starfield, even though they showed us way less. But I think they're trying to be, secretive about it. They don't want to show too much about it. So yeah, all that stuff confirmed. Biggest E3 by far for Bethesda, and finally they just listened to people with the disappointment from previous BE3s, and they just knocked it out of the park, man. Everything. So that's that. This video has probably gone on long enough. I shudder to think how long this video actually is right now. Those are all my opinions on Bethesda's E3. I hope you guys got some enjoyment out of this. I'm super hyped, of course. It was just anything a Bethesda fan could have asked for. And I will be playing Fallout 76, so like I said, go and follow me on Twitch. And I'll try to maybe even shake up the schedule when it releases so that we can get like more people in there. But we will be doing like an online... my stream will turn into Fallout 76, basically. And I'll be trying to get... I don't know how it's going to work, but I'll be trying to get new people in like every stream. And we'll just build up the GV base and nuke everybody. It'll be fun. And yeah, moving on with the channel. Anytime new stuff like this comes out, I want to stick to just what I do best, which I think is Let's Plays, and I think is stuff like Skyrim's Hidden Treasures, and maybe we'll get some new stuff in here like mod reviews and things like that. I just like explaining things. I don't like delving into trailers and anything like that. It's just not what I like to do, or covering news. If anything, just giving my opinions like in a video like this. So let me know what you think about that, the new direction of the channel. Let me know what you think about all the stuff that I talked about, and I'll be in the comments section talking with y'all, because obviously this is some big stuff. Thanks so much for watching this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you, let's see, tomorrow for the Witcher 3 finale. It's either tomorrow or it's Thursday. See you guys there. Bye bye.